Hari Om Babaji. Thank you very much for today's session. I will start with the questions for today. The topic is relating to karma, Babaji.
Okay.
Babaji, the first question today. Each one has their own prarabdha karma, which they need to undergo. Babaji, is there a connection between parents and children when it comes to karma? And in today's world, there are people who perform rituals to appease their ancestors. Does this actually help the departed soul and also the living? Does this help to reduce karma?
You see, the connection brings whatever the parents undergo, it is their prarabdha karma, and whatever the children undergo is the children's prarabdha karma. So every individual undergoes their own karma. So by a strange coincidence, they may come across. The prarabdha also may get connected. Like, for example, if children are suffering, they are not settled well, then it can be painful to the parents. But that becomes the prarabdha of the parents that they had to suffer like that, watching the children when mentally they are connected that these are my children. So, like that, the prarabdha gets connected. So, this is how each one in this world gets connected. Just like mentally, if you get connected to the movie, so whatever suffering, good or bad, panicking, happiness or unhappiness, that becomes your prarabdha karma. Because you are mentally connecting yourself to the movie and considering all the things that's happening in the movie as a reality, then that affects your mind. So in your mind, you suffer. So that becomes your prarabdha karma. So that is how in this world everybody seems to be connected to each other. If a conflict is happening in the world, some people might feel the pain, they may suffer because they are mentally connected. If they are not mentally connected, so they won't feel that one. All of you also can think in this world, in different parts of the world, so many suffering things keep happening, injustice happening, conflicts happening. One tries to outwit the other. It's all things are happening, good and bad and right, wrong, everything happening. But if you are not aware of what is happening anywhere, you remain unaffected because you don't know what is happening. But when you come to know, then you can get mentally affected. Like you read a newspaper or you listen to the news channel or any such thing. So when you come to know, your mind can get affected. Whenever your mind is affected, that you have to know it as your own prarabdha. That is how the prarabdha works.
Babaji, what about the rituals and prayers that people do? Does it help to reduce the karma?
Every soul, that soul's karma, if somebody else do the rituals and some worship or something, that won't be helpful. Every soul will undergo the prarabdha karma. Only that soul will have to put in self efforts, purushartha, to overcome such prarabdha by going towards the self. They have to become self realized, to know themselves as the ultimate truth that is all pervaded. So then they will realize they are not connected to anything in any way except for the mental connection. That's how Ramana Maharishi also told, our Guru also told, it is the mind which suffers actually. So that is how it happens. So when you do your worship, it can be helpful to you. But it is a good manners in this world to pay tributes to the departed souls by remembering their good qualities and whatever we got from them. So this is the world manners. Like even if it's a guru and disciple, as a disciple, we need to remember and pay tributes to our guru because we obtained the knowledge, wisdom, realization, sadhana, everything from our guru. So thus we would remember. But our Guru was himself self-realized. My self-realization is of no use to my Guru. My Guru was himself was self-realized. So I had to do my own Purushartha and become self-realized. Swamiji did his own Purushartha and became self-realized. Like that it happens. Everybody has to do their own self-efforts is necessary.
Thank you, Babaji. The next question. Babaji has said before, the mind gets diluted every birth as the mind goes on imagining and imagining. To stop this, one must do spiritual practices like meditation, homa, and other practices, and allow the mind to surrender. Babaji, in this present challenging world of information technology, with smartphones, movies, internet, and so many other things, compared to earlier times with lesser distractions, how do we come out of this addiction to these distractions and go into spirituality?
We need to use discrimination, like I have always told, through science and technology, we have tremendously advanced. But that advancement is itself is not helpful to bring down the conflicts or give the humanity total peace. So instead, lot of conflicts have continued, loss of peace has come. So that is not the wrong thing of the science advancement. The wrong thing is because humanity has forgotten spirituality, has not bothered to take control of the mind, purify the mind, and condition the mind properly, so that whatever we discover or invent, we should be able to utilize to the need, not that we become addicted all the time. Like, if we become addicted to mobile phone, that itself is not enough to sustain our life. We need food. That food we need to earn also. And nowadays children are ready to remain woke up the whole night by playing video games. That is useless. It is not useful to them in any way. They cannot earn any money, and they are not going to become any help to the society, country, or the world. Simply, they are wasting time and energy. Many times, when I have come across youth, I have told the youth, when you play a game or a sports, that should be helpful as a physical exercise also and a mental exercise also, that you exercise your brains, apply your brains. But instead, if you become addicted, too addicted, that will not be helpful for you physically or mentally also. Addiction is different by giving an exercise to the brain and mind. Because when you are addicted, though you do not use the brains properly, brain becomes dull eventually. So thus you simply become addicted. You forget everything. You are ready to forego your food also. Children don't want to eat on time, and then it starts having its result on their health, physical health, mental health, everything. They are unable to be serious in their life. They are unable to dedicate and be positive, hard working to achieve any other thing. So that is what the result happens. That's why we tell, when we discover or invent any such things through science or technology, that can be very much useful to humanity and the world, definitely. But it is we, through our mind, at the end of the day, who has to use them. So we need to know its utility and use them properly. Like today, because of technology, Babaji and you all are able to sit in front of each other and see each other alive. So this is a very good thing. Because of this, through this, I am able to teach meditations. I am able to answer your questions, clear your doubts, talk about this thing. So it will be like I am sitting live here. I am available. So we have to utilize this. But we cannot go on playing this too much, the whole day and night is not possible. You also, all of you also may have your own responsibilities, your own homes, your jobs, your work, everything is needed. So I also have to attend to other things, ashram affairs, looking after the ashram, travelings will be there. My own physical body I have to take care. If I don't take care of the physical body, very soon this body will die and disappear. Then I won't be able to help you all, teach you all anyway. So that is how we need to understand and discriminate. So this technology is wonderful. We do appreciate. But this was a resource that was in the nature. The nature has this, means ultimate truth, the divinity has provided all this possible. So humans are able to tap from time to time. What technology that was 50 years ago, what technology that was 20, 30 years ago, what technology today is totally different. But we should utilize. As the technology science has advanced, equally problems also has increased everywhere. That is because humanity has forgotten spirituality. They don't take care of their minds properly. So that's why crime also increases, wars increases. They update, all the bad people update themselves, criminals update themselves. Then the policing and the governing of a country, society, all this has to update themselves. Otherwise, they will not be able to tackle the bad things of the world. Conflicts are happening, wars are going on, and it is becoming so difficult to tackle. But everybody talks of peace, everybody takes care. We don't want war, it is not the era of the war. But from inside, they want to sell their weapons, then they get revenue. When they sell the weapons and get revenue, they don't mind if two other countries are fighting and killing each other because they are gaining. So that's why humans are becoming too selfish to earn their livelihood. Cutthroat competitions are happening. So this is all because we have forgotten spirituality. We must undertake spirituality, spiritual exercises regularly, along with utilizing these things is very necessary, particularly youth and others. All everybody has to understand we need everything, just like you need money also. But if you just keep some currency, dollars, or even in the digital, that will not fill up your belly. When you are hungry, that is not nothing. When you are hungry, you need food. You need money to buy a food, to cook a food, anything. But you need to take out time to take the food also. You cannot say, "Okay, I don't have time to eat my food. So for the last 30 days, I haven't eaten anything because I don't have time." You won't tell like that one. I don't have time. See, there is time. Time is with you. 24 hours is available. When the earth is rotating, when our body is alive, it is intact, that is the time that is available. You have to utilize. How you are going to utilize? So whenever you understand the need of it, we must need this, then you go for that. So in the same way, you must understand the need of spirituality. You must understand the mental peace also. Otherwise, you might be earning some thousands of dollars, but for that, companies will squeeze you out also. They won't make you to sit on the table and pay you salaries like that one, but they want you to work. They will give project after project, project after project. They don't mind whether you are sleeping, they don't mind whether you are eating, they don't bother you are taking rest or not. They want performance for their gains. So that's how things happening. So everybody becoming selfish is affecting each other. So that is very necessary. So like this, we must remember spirituality is very much necessary as a part of the thing, because mind is a part of you. You only is the mind. Just like the body is part of you, you need to take care of the body. Mind is part of you, you need to take care of the mind. So whether you are young or elder or old or anything, whether you know or you don't know, if you don't take care of your mind, you will be affected. You will become ill after some time. You will the same. You are earning money, you are working, but you are so dejected. You will be frustrating every time. My God, this I have heard many youth talking like this. The company doesn't leave me peacefully. They are squeezing me out. I want to change the company. I want to change this job. I want to do this one. Like this, people are talking now. They are tired. It is tiring. But anywhere they go, nobody is our uncle or a daddy or anything to give salary freely. Whether it's business or anything, it will all have its risk factors, its tension, its hard work. So, like that, we have to work hardly to take care of the health of the physical body and mind through spirituality. Then we will be able to consider about each other, we will understand each other. So many people might be working for me, but I must understand that I have to give them some rest. I cannot ask them to keep working all the 24 hours for me. I should have the wisdom. Oh, now this much they have worked. Let me ask them to rest for 2 hours and then come back in the evening after 2 hours of rest. That's what understanding I need to have as the leader. Like everywhere in the world, people need to understand if there's a commander in the army, the commander needs to know that his regiment or his brigade, whatever he is, it needs a rest also, a replacement also. Otherwise, if they go on working, after some time, they won't be fight the war at all if they don't get to time to withdraw and rest. But during war times, it becomes so difficult to withdraw or rest. 24 hours, 48 hours, they may not be able to eat. 72 hours, they may not be able to eat anything. So war demands like that one, conflicts everywhere. So for all this, spirituality is the answer. Spirituality means it helps you to take control of your mind, keep it purified, keep it under your control, use it properly, understand what is needed, what is not needed, how to consider about others also we need to consider. All these things come when you follow spiritual exercises.
Thank you, Babaji. That was a very good, very interesting and very useful explanation to the question asked. The next question, Babaji, you have said before, we need to accept results as they come and take it as the divine will. How can we not get the feeling of disappointment when we have been experiencing this emotion since childhood, Babaji? In today's world, when the result is not as expected, it is considered that we have failed. How can we tune our minds to accept negative results as results and not as failure?
See, first thing is important that we need to start thinking positively. What we heard from childhood, from our elders or teachers, was that the first failure is the beginning of success. See how positive this is. We don't have to worry that we have failed. It's common thing. It's part of life for everybody. But for that, we don't have to feel disappointed, dejected, frustrated, which will spoil our peace. Why should we lose peace if I have failed? It's okay. We will try again. This time, I will try to see where was I weak, where did I commit mistakes, where I was not serious and dedicated or did not put in proper efforts. What was my mistake? Today you could not meditate properly. You don't have to feel disappointed. Simply you have to think and contemplate, understand also. If where was I wrong? Did I understand the master's instructions properly? Did I understand the technique of the meditation properly? What did he say? He asked these things. Remember that one. He told that you have to concentrate. Why did he say so? Like that, you have to discriminate and understand. Next day, you put in efforts by improving your approach, your methods, the things that you had understand, tries to understand much better again. If necessary, consult the master. Master, this is what you told. Can you please elaborate and tell me a little more about it? What does it mean? How to be? Just watch him. When the thoughts are coming like this, you have to improve yourself. So, Master, I think I was not totally dedicating myself. My mind was running somewhere else. You have to admit sincerely. Master, I agree I was not sincere. I did not pay attention when you were instructing for meditation. Please explain to me one more time. Master will be happy if you are sincere. That is important. Sincerely, very often we don't try to ask questions sincerely that this is my mistake. If it is in a group of students sitting with the master, everybody feels shy to tell their weakness. That people will make fun that they fail. But failure is not a thing to be ashamed. Everybody in this world would have failed sometimes, once or twice. But when they became determined, they came. Swamiji felt that trouble and that pain and that dejection after 2 3 months. It became so difficult to keep the mind in samadhi. When it was rainy season, his legs and skin had become decayed, and scorpions, rodents, everything was biting. Then he started crying. He was an young boy of 14. He didn't bother whether it was a failure or not. Let me stop this tapas. I don't know what is this nonsense. I didn't pray to anyone. Why did somebody ask me? I need to go back home and I want to do business. I want to earn money. I want to look after my mother. I never wanted to do this tapas sitting in the graveyard while alive. For a while it happened to him. And he started walking back towards home even. But his prarabdha was such wonderful. His efforts of the previous lives, perhaps, and his own mental resolutions that he had come to this world, that the manifestation of Lord Shiva, the Jangama sage, was standing at the gates of the graveyard. This is the self efforts, determination that will take you back again. So, as Jangama Deva, Swamiji's own self efforts commanded him, for 12 years you have to sit. You cannot go away anywhere. Until then, I will not allow you. After that, you go anywhere else. So, this is when, if you have a master physically available, the master plays this type of games with the students to make them come back again, sit again, do it again. If it has not happened today, no problem. Next week we will do again. I will instruct you. Just pay attention when I am instructing you. When I am asking you, pay attention. When there is a chance for you to ask a question about the meditation. Don't ask about ghosts and posts. We don't need such things. What is the important topic? Don't waste time. Ask a question about meditation instructions. What did you say, Babaji? Why do we have to watch? How to just watch? Something like that. If it comes, I can answer. And pay attention when I am answering. Sometimes people, they talk too much and go on asking questions. They don't pay attention when I am answering also. They are so restless and excited or something happened. They don't pay attention. After some time, they come back again with their own ideas and their own impressions. That is how the mind gets spoiled. So it is very important to understand these things, paying attention to the master's teaching. A relationship with the master is important. And your own prarabdha, when remain determined, then you will get from the voice, from the inner voice will come to you. I have to do this one. I must do. That's what Swamiji trained us. Today he is not around physically, but I feel him every moment, everywhere. He will keep trying. No problem. Some disciples come and then after some time they run away. They accuse me, they abuse me. No problem. We will forget them. We will forgive them. We cannot afford to keep worrying about them. First important thing, never feel dejected. Never consider a failure as a failure and don't feel disappointed. Remain dedicated. This time I will try with more vigorously. I realized I did some mistakes last time. I did not dedicate myself. Don't argue with the master. I was very dedicated, master, yet again I failed. I was really sincere, master, yet again I failed. If you talk to the doctor, doctor, I took the medicine and I did not eat this, as you told only I did, yet the illness is not going. Doctor will realize, no, my child, somewhere you were wrong. Somewhere your eating habits were wrong. Somewhere you did not take the medicine properly. Somewhere you did not follow the instructions I had given. So, master is also like that. Somewhere you were not sincere. Somewhere you did not pay attention and try to understand what I am answering, what I am talking. So that's why you are thinking you are a failure. Many people think even much before they put an effort, they start thinking so that they will not be blamed if at all they fail. So they indulge into these tantrums. Oh, I will always fail. I knew that I am not going to get through this one. Why did you make me to do this, master? And they accuse me. I will be a scapegoat for them, for their failure. So this type of things happen. Then I come back again, square one, and then pull them up back again. Try to make them understand it is you who did not work out properly. It is you who are not sincere. It is you who did not pay attention when I was teaching, when I was talking. So these things are very important, and failure is not a failure. That's why they want to know what is the correct decision always. There is no such thing called correct decision, I have told. Don't worry if you are going to fail. People are scared of failures. It happens, it doesn't happen. No problem, we will try again. You all don't understand me. No problem. I will try again. 15 days later, I will come on the Thursday again. Then I will talk to you. I am never frustrated. I am never disappointed with you all. You want to know, I will tell you. You ask the question, I will answer. You knock the door, I will open.
Thank you, Babaji. Babaji, the next question. Having reverence to the master and practicing meditation with discipline will help overcome karma. Babaji, when you say overcome, does it mean it will dissolve the bad karma or reduce the effects of bad karma in this lifetime, or simply the mind will not suffer along with the body?
You see, the last question itself, if you see, it is not simple. Simply the mind will not suffer. When the mind doesn't suffer, that is the greatest thing. That is not that simply the mind will not suffer. What the question has written is true. What we mean is minds. People think that future nobody knows, but they want that no trouble should come to me. How can it be possible for any human being in the world? It is life is a mixture. Good thing, bad thing keeps happening. The world is moving like that. It is going round and round and round. It happens. Sometimes things are acceptable to you, things are not acceptable to you. That is all that's what happening. It is neither troublesome, neither good karma nor bad karma is happening. But whether it is acceptable to you is the problem. If I am talking like this, to some people it will be enjoyable. They would like to sit down and they won't go away. To some people, if it is not enjoyable, it is bad for them and they will quietly switch off the Zoom and go away. They will give some excuse. I am in a rush. I need to go. I am sorry. I could not be there. So, like this, that is how the life happens. Sometimes things are happening. To some people, it is acceptable. It is good for them. This is my good karma. That's why this is happening. If something bad happens in the world, there's okay, my bad karma. That's why this is happening. A food is very tasty, then you tell that my good karma, I got a good food. If it is not according to my taste, I will calculate it is my bad karma, I did not good. It is simply the mind which accepts and which does not accept. Nothing in the food. Food is always good. Whether we accept or not is the important thing. That's how in the life also things are happening. Whether it is acceptable for us or not is important. Based on that only we decide whether it is my bad karma or not bad karma. Like that, now come to the point. Nobody wants a bad karma means they want everything to happen according to their wishes. Whatever they think now, they want it to happen. There is a greater, higher consciousness which is playing the game of this universe. It is up to that one. You become one with that one and then see. But now you are only a microspeck, a droplet of the ocean, and you want to command the ocean. Ocean has its own commands and it is working. If you like, if you don't like, what to do? A director and a producer has produced the movie and they have directed. Whether you like or you don't like, it is up to you. You watch or you don't watch. But the movie will go like that. In the same way, the world will go like that. Whether you like or you don't like, it cannot be changed like that. Simply, if you learn to accept, there is no such thing as a bad karma or a good karma. That means finally we have to take out the mind. It is the mind which get attached to it, goes into a head-on collision with the world and suffers. So if you are doing spiritual exercises, meditation properly, then your mind can be withdrawn. Then you will not allow your mind to suffer unnecessarily. We don't have to suffer. Things may be happening whether we like or we don't like. Even if we don't like a certain thing, a certain person has come to my life for the last 40 years. He is not a likable character. What to do? That is the prarabdha. But it's acceptable. We are at peace. I don't want to lose peace because of that person has come into my life. Why should I lose my peace? That's how we learned. This person has come. It's just like a prarabdha. It has happened like that. What to do? Why should we blame somebody? But because of this person coming, I am not going to lose my peace. That's how I learnt, and I did tapas and I do spiritual exercises. I would like everybody to undertake spiritual exercises so that whatever happens, whoever comes or whoever goes, you can remain unaffected. You can remain at peace all the time. That's what the nirvana, that's what the liberation. You liberate yourself from getting affected. Then there is no such thing called a bad karma or a failure or any such thing. Thing is happening by this world is happening. Judgment is being given by the judge. I have done my duty. I have argued. I have presented the points. Whatever has to happen, I have done. It's up to them. That's it. Fine. And okay, no problem. We will try again. If the meditation has not happened, why should I?
Hari Om, everyone. Just hold on a moment. I think Babaji got disconnected. We'll just wait for Babaji to connect back.
So, as we were talking of failure, disappointment, see all the modern technologies they have discovered and invented, but yet it will have its own failures sometimes. Sometimes, if the connection is not good, the internet goes off and you are helpless, you cannot do anything. For you all, I would have disappeared on the screen. What happened to Babaji has gone. We don't hear him talking anymore. I also don't see you all. I know that you will be waiting anxiously, but until the internet comes back, finally we will have to surrender to spirituality. That is the only thing which will give us the reality, the truth of existence, and the peace for us, and it will take us back to our reality.
So my question to you is, since we spend most of our time in the waking state, and we're not meditating most of the time, I was wondering what could we do while we're going on about our day to further facilitate being one with the admin, like what kind of knowledge should we keep in mind while we're just working and while we're cooking and just going on about our lives?
So you can try to keep the mind engaged into some name of God, and also go on accepting the results without bothering too much about the results. Go on working, be active in the world. So then your mind can remain peaceful. So that will serve like a meditation. Hope you got it.
I did.
Namaste, Babaji. Babaji, I wanted
Yes.
to ask you in supposing, like you said, when you spoke about some people in our lives being there, and that's maybe because of our prarabdha, certain people who are undesirable, but we cannot control, they are part of our lives. So, how can we not, be affected by them? I know you are saying through meditation, but it's sometimes so hard because that we are after all human beings, and we are influenced by others in our surroundings who also contribute to
Yeah.
negativity. So how can one deal with that?
Because I understand this is a difficult thing, but you have to try so that you don't get affected. You must think your own life is very precious. Your own mind, your own peace is more precious than anybody else. First thing. So that is like your defense strength. So when somebody mentally attacks, means by their behavior, by their talking, by their being in your life, you need to strengthen your mind is important. Only that can help you not to get affected. So that is what the spiritual exercises. Keep thinking positively always. Why should I bother about this person's talking? As long as he doesn't abuse me physically. See if you can get rid of that person in any way. If it is enough fun, enough is enough, then you should plan to get rid of such people who are really troublesome in your life so that you can have your own peace. These are some of the answers. So, in any case, you must think that you don't have to lose your peace. That is much more precious than anything else in the world. You don't have to put up with it. You tell them firmly, behave properly with me. Otherwise, I'm not going to be with you anymore. I don't want to see your face if you don't behave properly. And then try to take up, if meditation is difficult, immediately take God's name also, some name of God, whichever one is appealing to you. Pray to God to give you such circumstances and such situations that you can overcome these troublesome times and find your peace. We will pray for you.
Thank you, Babaji. Because if it's your parents,
Ah,
very hard. If it's one of your parents.
if are they really hard, for what reason? Okay, whether they are unreasonable, whether they are doing injustice to you, whether they are too demanding more than your capacity, or they just want you to be on the right path. There are two different things. If they are such a thing, then you have a right to stay from them. If you think that they are really abusive, they are really very injustice, and whoever it is, they are not good, so then you have a right to stay away from such people, whoever it is.
Thank you, Babaji.
Babaji, while doing meditation, in the middle or after 10-15 minutes, or every 10 minutes, I can get that, like, either I'm going back and giving jerk, or I'm coming front and giving jerk. I'm sure I'm not sleeping. I don't know what is that. It is like I'm getting some, like this, I'm getting some jerk.
Sometimes due to energy movements, such thing can happen, but it's better you need to control and try to stay still. Then the meditation will
Okay.
progress better. If necessary,
Okay.
Keep your head onto a wall also, so that that jerk will not come. You try to
Okay.
do this one. So this is due to
Okay.
some movements. You don't have to worry. It will be all right. But staying
Okay.
still is more important for meditation to silence the mind.
Okay. Okay, Babaji. That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. It was nice being with you all. We'll come on Thursday after a fortnight, probably. And next Saturday, I won't be there due to some travel, Saturday and Sunday. But after that, next week, I will come back again. I'll be with you all. You keep practicing, don't give up. All the best. My love and blessings to all of you. Take care.